Losing my balance.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good to see each and every one that is here. May Yah continue to bless us and may establish you in His will. And may we discover and learn about the things that He's doing in these last days, and that we might be a part with that. I also want to take this time to welcome in all our listeners and all of them that's hearing us, especially in Israel, in the homeland, those that's in Canada, those that's in the Philippines, and the USA, and wherever you might be picking us up on the internet. Into our house, where our motto is, come one, come all, let us build our future upon the foundation of peace and love. Shalom ve'ahava. And upon these two principles, when we as a people learn how to live together, then are we ready for Yah's kingdom. And those that do not submit themselves and are not able to do that, you will perish. See? That's what it's all, it's just simple. These are the two principles. Yah is not going to have a headache forever. And that's what I call a headache, We're squabbling, can't get along with one another, can't do this and all of that. He's not going to put up with that. He's giving us the time, to work it out, But, he's going to come down with the mandate. You see, and he sent his son the first time here, to rally us and to be salvation for us and be a perpetuation for us. See? But the son is not coming back the second time for that. Amen. He's not coming back as that. He's not coming back as in the shoes of Yeshua. He's not coming back as no lamb. He's coming back as a lion.
Lion of Judah.
That's right. Behold the man whose name is the branch. And it's going to exemplify his kingship and authority in his rulership. That's what they said. The lion is what?
The ruler of the jungle.
He's supposed to be the king of the jungle, right? Right. And that's what it tells in the book of Revelation there. It's not coming back as no lamb. So if you're looking for a lamb, you're gonna miss the mark. So you're gonna be out of it. Because that's not what's going on. Just as his disciples missed the mark and had to be corrected in those things there, we better learn how to be corrected. Amen. See, he had to tell them, they wanted him to execute some of that kingship authority, and he told them, no, can't do that now. He said, you don't know what spirit you are, Amen. Rain down fire upon them and destroy these people today. They ignoring you and ain't paying you no attention now. He said, no. I can come down here to do this. This ain't my role here. But now, come and roll.
Yeah.
He gonna rain down fire then.
Come and roll. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. So we want to, and as our rule is, and as we do during this particular time, as we usually do, may you be inscribed in the book of life for a good year. All right, thank you. And that is the answer. Save it. And so we hope that those things there, as we're going down through our time of Teshuvah, during this time of the month of Elul, as we question ourselves, check our own selves out. See how we react. We all, sometimes we get tested on those things to prove to ourselves, well, maybe I ain't exactly what I thought I was. Mm-hmm. Maybe I ain't like exactly what I thought I was going to be. So y'all tests us. Amen. See? And if you find out you come up short, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. One thing to do. To shoot. To shoot. And that means to, turn around and get it right. Mm-hmm. So as we're watching down through those things there, and we're coming up on the feast days, Yom Teruah will be coming up here shortly. So we want to understand that the importance of what all those things are about. Okay, Israel, let's get our tally talks. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam asher tikenu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu latik b'zizi. Bless you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us by thy commandments concerning wrapping ourselves in tzitzit. When that's the rest of stand, you should be near a song book at this particular time, or a piece of paper that have page 350 on it, or either a booklet that we pass out for those who are newly coming. And women are 19 and up, men are 19 and up, youth is 12 through 18, and all is all who can read. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of Yah. Women,
calm thy spirit, Yah. Stop the churning inside of me, caused by the rush of getting everyone fed and here on time. Quiet my confusion, Yah, and all the tensions of getting here. I know I made the effort because I really do need you. Yah, speak to me in the quietness.
In his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name, for the Lord is good. Men, I am thankful, Yah, for what we have. But this week has been so hectic, and it seems like no matter how hard I work or how well I plan, there's always something I didn't plan on. And there isn't enough time to go around. Forgive me, Yah, for letting worry get in the way of my gratitude. You are good to us. Yah, we do have so much to praise you for. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord all lands. Serve Yah with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. You?
It's hard to sing so early in the morning. It's hard to believe that too sometimes. It's not so easy to sing in school. It's just try to keep it going. This is my favorite. It seems like you can change things. But I know I'm so close to me, and I can't see the answer. But I know the answer. But I see my whole heart.
Yah, my shepherd, I shall not want. He made me to lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. Restore my soul, O Yah, and renew a right spirit within may rejoice, casting not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with your free spirit. Hallelujah. 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 I'm going to ask you to now turn and face the holy city in this direction here. If I open it to Phillah, I open the prayer, I Kohen Baraka, and the Shema in Hebrew. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam. Blessed are you, Lord God, King and ruler of the universe. Father, we come today. Thank you for help and strength. Thank you for each and every one that is here. Thank you for those who are in their right mind and those who come forth to learn and to understand and to find out what you're doing in these last days, and also being obedient to your word. We also ask that you would continue to bless us and give health where it is needed. We look unto you for our healing, whether it is spiritual healing, or physical healing, or whether we're in need of both physical and spiritual healing. We know nothing is impossible with you. Therefore, we look unto you for those things. We also ask for a special prayer for those who are sick among us, that you would give us speedy recovery to our brother that's in Israel and around, and we ask that you would give healing where it is needed, that they might be restored, and that we might all go forth showing forth your saving help. Thank you for sending your son.
Thank you
for the fact that he did not think to give up on us, but went all the way, even to shed his blood, that we might have an opportunity to enter into the glorious promise and plans that you have for those that love you and keep your commandments. We pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We ask you to bless her and to prosper her. Keep our leaders strong. Keep our sisters and brothers safe here, as well as us safe here. Bless my mouth. Bless our ears. Those things we just said will be what you want me to say, that we might add to our knowledge. And be not amongst your people that perish for lack of knowledge, not knowing what you're doing in these last days. All these blessings I ask in thy son's name, Yeshua HaMashiach, the man whose name is the branch. Amen. Amen. At this particular time, you should be near a Bible, preferably the complete Jewish Bible, for our Kohen Baraka, which is found on page 153 in the complete, which is Numbers, the 6th chapter, for those that don't have it. Numbers, the 6th chapter. I will read the 23rd verse, and then you can read and quote the 24th through the 27th together. It should be in our booklet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Speak unto Aaron and his sons, and tell them that this is how you are to bless the people of Israel. You are to say unto them all together, Yivarekah Adonai v'yishmerecha. May Adonai bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai Panav Elecha v'yishmerecha. May Adonai make his face shine on you and show you his favor. Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha v'yishmerecha Shalom. May Adonai lift up his face towards you and give you peace. In this way, they are to put my name on the people of Israel, so that I will bless them. Hallelujah. 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 I also ask you to join in now with the Shema in Hebrew. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malakuto Leolam Vaed Ye'ata Ye'maleketa Now, if you can get your Bibles and turn to page 204 in the complete, which is Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, 4 through the 9th verse will be what we'll be reading. The first two verses, 4 and 5, is what we said in the Greek or the Hebrew. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, Israel, Adonai God, Adonai is one. And you will love your God with all your heart, all your being, and all your resources. These words which I order you today are to be on your heart, and you are to teach them carefully to your children. You are to talk about them when you sit at home, when you are traveling on the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. Tie them on your hands as a sign. Put them at the front of the headband around your forehead, and write them on the door frames of your house and on your gates. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. They also ask you to go to page 1279 in the complete, which is Mark the 12th chapter, 28 through the 31st verse, and see what the Mashiach had to say concerning the same subject. One of the Torah teachers came up and heard him engage in this discussion. Seeing that Yeshua answered them well, he asked him,
which is the most important mitzvah of them all?
Yeshua answered, the most important is Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you are to love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your understanding, and with all your strength. The second is this: you are to love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other mitzvah greater than these. Hallelujah! 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 Okay, you may turn around, and our first song will be Rend Your Hearts and Not Your Garments, which will be our theme song during these 40 days.
Your heart is not gone. You're getting unto the Lord. Your sin makes me a star. The young waters know that your heart is not gone. Let your voice be heard. All on his name will be saved. Only call on his name will be saved.
There was an old, that song is stemmed from an old heritage custom that in the homeland among our people. Whenever things would go wrong or something, they take it and rend the garment.
Right.
And let me tell you something. That wasn't a simple gesture either.
No.
See, because they didn't have what we have nowadays.
Yeah. Wardrobe stuff.
Yeah. You go in the woman closet out, but she got wardrobes for every day. And
Shoes for every
half a day, and shoes for the next 10 years. And y'all ladies, some of the men has got the same thing going on. Some men got, more what they need too. Now, is it a sin for you to have all those things? No. But I just want you to see how that was a sincere thing, but that wasn't the full goal that y'all wanted. Even though that was a good gesture, to tear your garments and everything there, because that was, you didn't have all that.
Didn't they only have the one garment?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You only had that one garment, one or two. You had 3 or 4. You was rich. You was rich. Yes.
It was hypocritical of them just to tear their garment. So you're supposed to put on sackcloth and ash after that.
Well,
Yeah. But they didn't do that. They just tore their garment. Oh!
But I want you to understand and know that was not a simple gesture that they did. That's what I'm saying. For us now, we tear our garments, ain't no big deal.
Ain't no big deal.
We got
nothing. What about it?
But yet still right now, even though you got a closet full of stuff, you tear that garment and thing, and you still you feel a little remorse about it. There's one reason why we kind of set some rules here about the sanctuary thing. And y'all ladies coming in and then mess up their mind. Oh, my dress got right. Now you got a closet full of dress, but yet your dress got messed up. You know that.
One little dress.
Right, and now you're complaining and fussing about it. So we have to take all that things into consideration. But that's still what I'm saying is that was a sincere thing, but that wasn't a maximum thing. Because there was still hypocrisy that was going on. They got to a place where they could tear that easy and everything there, and their hearts were just as sour and raw against it.
Yes.
Okay. But y'all wants our hearts.
Amen.
That's that mind.
Amen.
Because if you do those things, then you get that done, all those things. But here's the problem. Everybody that think that they are acquainted with the true God is not.
Amen.
You know, you go to different churches, you go to different places, and they call up on it, and you think that but they don't know the true God. But if you tell them, they'll be offended, and they'll jump and tell you, you ain't like Jesus. And I ask myself, well, what you mean, Jesus? And who are you talking about? Are you talking about the guy that's from the tribe of Judah? An Israelite? Is that the guy you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about Jesus.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't know all that.
That's right. And a lot of things to do said, I don't know it either, because I don't know where to get that. I don't know where to get that from. See? They got him totally. He don't hurt nobody's feelings. He don't do this and he don't. I don't know who that guy is they're talking about.
Never hurt nobody's feelings. He ain't never whipped nobody either.
Yeah. He wouldn't raise no hand on nobody and everything. But ask my fellow Judean brothers that he whipped out of the temple with that whip.
Yes, he did.
Asked him he just tapped him lightly with that whip.
Don't they get out?
He put some lashes down on him. So we have to understand these things here. But first of all, how do you know? You made a statement. You said they really ain't worshiping the right God. How do you know that? How can I say those things here? First of all, he has a name. And just like you have a name, and you like for people to call you by your name, right? Mm-hmm. This is why we ask people. This is why we have secretaries to come when we have people that we don't know that to go and get the people's names so we know that we get it right. Because everyone likes to,
Be called by the name.
Be called by their name. And as I said before, especially with little children, boy, my little grandkids and little niece and nephew and stuff, I had a bad habit of calling them the wrong name, but they'll tell you quickly. My name ain't so and so and so. I'm not. And look at you just as like you should know better than that. You grown and you don't know the difference and all that. They tell me so sharply and everything. I just have to take the correction. Say, yeah, you're right. My name is so and you talking about something that's so and so's name, but that ain't none of my name.
I always say, you know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but like I said, then I take my correction and say, all right.
Yeah, don't work all the time.
I take my correction and say, all right. What is y'all's name? Yeah. I just got through telling you that. Sin. We go to Psalm 68:4. Where did I get it from? Something I just thought of? Some strong meditation and everything here?
No.
Getting in some yoga stand or something?
No. No. Definitely no.
No. It's right there in his word. Psalm 68:4. Tehillim 68:4 says, sing to God, sing praises to his name, extol him who rides on the clouds by his name, Yah. What we have up on our banner of truth here, Y-A-H. That's his name.
Amen. Amen.
People been saying it for a long time and didn't even know it. And one of the most popular people that I know that will say it and all that is the holiness. The holy rollers that they call themselves. Well, they get up there, man, and hey, 5 minutes, y'all, hallelujah, 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 and don't even know what in the world they're saying.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
And then you turn around and tell them that what you're saying in the Ivrit, in the Hebrew, and they're shocked. What are they saying when you say hallelujah? What are you saying?
Praise be the name of Yah.
That's it. That's his name, Yah. Well, don't have some other name, yeah. Those are all longer form names, but one that the branch of Jerusalem, we've accepted, and not that we don't accept the others, but you know, the branch of Jerusalem have 12 gates to that city.
Hallelujah.
And each gate was for each 12 tribes.
Yes.
And so we have to learn how to get along with all of our 12 tribes of Israel.
Amen. Amen.
See? And as long as they start out with Yah, Yahweh, Yahweh, or whatever, I don't get an argument with them about that.
Don't they sing? Yeah.
That's it. He says here, by his name Yah, and be glad in his presence. That's what he wants. See? Not only that, but he tells you something about him. A little bit about his character. And we go to the 8th verse of the same chapter. And it says, the earthquake and rain poured from the sky at the presence of God. Even Sinai shook at the presence of God. The God of Israel. And if your God is not the God of Israel, you are worshiping and serving a false and idol God, and you will perish with your God. Because our God, the God of Israel, is going to get rid of all these other gods.
Amen.
And his name shall be one in all the earth.
In his name.
And all.
That's right.
And his name one.
Hallelujah.
And all is going to have to obey him.
Amen.
See? Therefore, we teach people, we tell folks that you might have a chance. But it's up to you to make the choice. See? My job is to tell you about it. My job is to teach you about it. Your job is to accept it or reject it.
Amen.
And that's whichever one you want, you know. That's your choice.
Sure.
And I make it clear to folks that Shonda won't be no misunderstanding there. Now, getting his name straight and learning is just the beginning of things. Now, Christians, they say they got a special relationship with God. I got a personal, yeah, that's it. I got a personal relationship with God. I said, yeah. It must not be too personal. I asked you about his name, and you can't even tell me his name.
Oh, the name God.
Yeah, right. God is not a name. God is a title. You can be talking about anything or anything when you say God. His name. But even at that, once you learn his name, there are a lot of folks, I got his name and run off. No, you cannot. It's just like courting, you know. In our day, I'm kind of scared to talk about the court nowadays, you know. the dynamics didn't change so much now.
Changed a whole lot in court now.
See, but in my day, back in ancient time, that's what Peter and stuff tell me. That was back in ancient time, you know, back in the 60s and the 70s and all that, back in those ancient days and everything. You know, things were different. Things were different. You inquire about a young lady's name and everything, you got a name and stuff, and then it was the approach that you had to go and approach to her and everything there to make you know. It just wasn't only because you know her name and everything there. You got your name. So it is with our God, dear folks. Just because you know his name, that don't mean nothing. No. You might think, well, I live this and I, but you just might not qualify. Just like I tell folks, you know, I saw that you're a nice looking lady and everything here, and I just know that, hey, So I went over there, made my move to go over there and talk to her, you know, and everything. And she was liking all I was saying and everything, you know. But I didn't meet the criteria. I told y'all what that criteria was.
Right.
Too short.
Yeah. You know, I'm not talking, you know, me and her were standing kind of like eye to eye. She said, oh no, this ain't gonna work. She said, I like to look up at my men. She like tall guys. When there be no tall guy, hey, that was it. See? I guess back in them days we did have platform shoes. I guess when I give them some platform shoes, you know, something like that. But I understood it, although I didn't like it too much, you know. I'd rather for her to say, you know, but I was glad that she was honest with me about it. Because I had my choice of certain women, you know. Certain women had to look a certain way and be a certain that I liked, and so everybody had their choices. Wait, do you know something? Well, they say, well, God don't have no choice. God does have a choice. And see, and that's what people don't understand. That's what people don't understand. They think that he'll just take anything.
Take me just like I am.
Right.
No, he can't.
Right. And that's what people's attitude too. They'll come here and all, you know, they'll come in and take me like I am. No.
Wrong attitude.
Just like you know, just like every guy that come up to you and talk to you, you don't think that you have to take him. He might not meet your fancy. Right?
Right. Right.
Right, ladies?
Right.
Every guy that come up and try to make a room talk with you and everything, you said,
Especially if they cuss you out because you want something on that head. Oh no, you don't have a chance.
why? And ladies have their choice of guys. See? And you'd be surprised the flavor and the taste of that too. Don't think it's because you think it's automatically a certain taste, but it ain't. So, when we come to Yah, and we're going to learn his name, then we need to learn about that guy.
Amen. Amen.
See? Because you might think that you qualify and you don't.
Amen.
Because I want you to know something. The God of Israel, our God, Yah, he's not desperate.
Amen.
Do you know what I mean when I say he ain't desperate?
You don't need us that bad. No.
There's always somebody to take you.
Yeah.
See? I remember when I was going to school, it was getting ready for prom night. And it's kind of getting close there, you know, there. You know, a lot of guys get their dates already set, who they going to, all those things there. But then some of us didn't have, ain't got that. And the closer it got to it, the more desperate, the more desperate you get, you know. That's what I mean by desperate, you know. And them girls that you wouldn't kind of, all of a sudden they didn't look too bad, you know. Because your desperation was good. And vice versa, the same way the guys were. Some of them guys that the girls wouldn't even give a second thought to, but they wanted some dates and have somebody around, and all of a sudden, you don't look so bad after all, you know. you that's what I mean by desperate, you know. So as they got on close to the time, they got desperate and they just started. But our God's not like that, dear.
Amen.
So we got to learn about him. And we go to the book of Isaiah, we go to the prophets to find out what about him. Isaiah 43. Says, you are my witness, says Adonai, and my servant whom I have chosen, so that you can know and trust me. Now there's a requirement. See? There's a requirement there. You got to know and trust me and understand that I am He. Not I am them, not I am they, but I am He. And I'm glad He made that definition and explained to me what He means by I am He. See? Right in His words. So there won't be no confusion. You know? Just like the young lady she made it very clear to me, there was no confusion and everything there. You ain't tall enough. That means ain't no use you trying to run no more talk with me and everything. All we can be is friends, like a brother. Guy didn't want to hear that. That was a death sentence for a woman to say, "Oh, I just like you like a brother." That's a death sentence to the guy, Especially if he's trying to talk some smack to her, he's trying to get his rap on with her. Is that the right words now? They don't do that kind of stuff nowadays.
They don't rap no more. They don't rap.
They don't.
Make the woman do all the rapping. They sing it now.
But anyways, here it says, so that you can know and trust me and understand that I am He. Now we got to understand, we got to be that way. Listen, we don't qualify. What do you mean by I am He? He said, no God was produced before me, nor will any be after me. I always give this design here. If I tell you that no bottle was made like this before, and there will be no bottle made like this afterwards, what am I saying about this bottle?
That's bottle unique.
That means that's the only one, right?
The only one.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's what Yah is saying. And now you have to believe that. And if you can't believe that, you don't qualify. And just like the young lady told me that, hey, I don't qualify, that was it. She was telling me, I'm not going by your way. You can stay here all day long, all night long, wasting my time and your time and everything else. But as far as getting anywhere else with me, that ain't going to happen. You don't qualify. So I took my little hurt feeling and went on. Look for some other person there, What do you mean by those things there? There's a doctrine that is going out now called a Trinity. Cannot fit. I am not them or they. Okay? I am He. Yes, I am Adonai. Besides me, there is no deliverer. I have declared, saved, and proclaimed, not some alien God among you. Therefore, you are my witnesses, Adonai. I am God, not we are God. It's tough for people to come to the acceptance and those things, because the Christian world have went out and spread their lies and those things around. See? There's no alien God among us. There's only one God is to be among us, and His name is Yah.
Amen.
And if you can't accept that, you can't be mine.
So,
You can't be with me. There ain't gonna be no relationship with us. See? You don't qualify.
amen.
No. Because I'm a jealous God. And y'all all know what that means when He says I'm jealous. I know you know what that is.
Yeah.
Ain't sharing.
Yeah,
Want to be first in everything.
Huh?
You want to be first in everything.
There you go. There you go. Husband, you want to get in trouble real bad with your wife and everything, start smiling in front of all every woman you see, you smile and everything. And when you come to her, you even can't crack a smile at her. You're going to be in some trouble. And vice versa. when you get to chinning and grinning in front of all the guys and everybody you meet, you're chinning and grinning and alive like that, and get around your hood and you can't crack a smile and can't liven up around. There's gonna be some trouble somewhere, right, men?
Right.
Right, men?
Yeah. Be some trouble.
You're gonna do some explaining here.
Yeah.
So is our God. That's what he means by he's a jealous God. So he lets us know right off the bat here. Isaiah 44, 6-8. Thus says Adonai, Israel's king. You can only have one king.
Hallelujah.
See? You got princes and all these other stuff, and the queens and all that other stuff, but there's only one king. Thus says Adonai, Israel's king and redeemer, Adonai Zebaoth. I am the first and I am the last. Besides me there is no God. Who is like me? Let him speak out. Let him show me clearly what has been happening since I set up the eternal people. That's what I'm interested in. And if you're interested in that, you're in the right house. See?
Eternal people.
Eternal people. But if you're interested in something else on those things there and all that, then you're in the wrong house.
Amen.
See? And you ain't gonna like what the house is gonna be dealing out.
Amen.
Let him foretell future signs and events. Don't be frightened. Don't be afraid. Didn't I tell you this long ago? I foretold it, and you are my witnesses. Is there any God besides me? Israel, is there any God beside our God?
No. I know not any.
Israel, is there any God beside our God?
No. I know not any.
He say, is there any God besides me? He say, there is no other rock. I know of none. And then if our God, who dwelleth in us, and we in him, he don't know, how in the world you gonna know more than him? But do you know it? There are a lot of folks that say that they serve the same God, and we all serving the same God, and they believe different. See? They believe different. They believe this Jesus, they believe he's God. That's the Christian world. But if we go to John 5:30 and see what this man had to say about his own self. I can't do a thing on my own. Now this man had told you that. I can't do a thing on my own. But they got him being the Almighty God. They got him, boy, he said, I can't do a thing on my own. As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is right because I don't seek my own desire, but the desire of the one who sent me. Now, if you got one of those red letter Bibles or one of those that you'll see that this is supposed to be the words of
The Christ.
of the Christ, of the Mashiach. Do that sound like a God to you? And he made this testimony, not somebody else. He said, I want to do my own desire. Now, what God is there that don't do his own desire?
None that I know of.
See? And he's letting you know that there's someone above him when he says that I'm sent. In our culture, in our Hebrew culture and everything, and whenever it takes a higher power to be able to send you. That is familiar among our customs. And therefore, right there, he's testifying that there's somebody above me. But the Trinity says that's a lie. Say, ain't nobody above Jesus. Jesus is God the Father, Jesus is God the Son, and Jesus is God the Holy Ghost. all three of them on the same level because you're all the same. Not this. The Father, then the Son, then the... No, not that. Them that believe that kind of way and everything, they're a cult. That's what they say. But the fundamental belief of Christianity
It's the Trinity.
is the Trinity. And so people ask me, are you a Christian? No, we're not Christian.
Yeah.
We're not Christians. See? We're not Christians. Because that is not a fundamental belief. That's not our fundamental belief. We're just opposite of that. And it's because of what he says here. Go to Acts, the 2nd chapter. And these is coming right straight out of the New Testament. You know, you got the new Christians now. They know that New Testament this, New that. They don't touch the Old Testament. Oh no, we don't fool with that. You know. So, okay. I said, but what do you think? What do you think? Your Jesus that you talking about, if we talking about the same person, what do you think he was teaching when he was reading, when he was talking about the scripture? Then what was he talking about? He wasn't talking about the New Testament.
No, there was no New Testament.
There was no such thing as a New Testament.
No. Tanakh. He was talking about the Tanakh.
When Paul was going out teaching and everything and reading, teaching about the scripture and all that, he wasn't talking about no New Testament.
There was no New Testament.
Oh, he was apostle to the Gentile, yeah, but there wasn't no New Testament. He didn't have no New Testament book that he read out of. He read out of the Torah. He read out of the Tanakh. But people, they don't understand those things. But Acts the 2nd chapter and the 31st verse. Well, let's read the 29th. Brethren, I know I can say to you frankly that the patriarch David died and was buried. His tomb is with us to this day. Therefore, since he was a prophet and knew that God had sworn an oath to him that one of his descendants would sit on his throne, he was speaking in advance about the resurrection of the Messiah. That is, that it was he who was not abandoned in Sheol and whose flesh did not see decay. God raised up this Yeshua, and we are all witness of it. Moreover, he has exalted to the right hand of God. Well, if he's God, then how can he be at the right hand of God and he's God? Does that make any sense? No. But that's what they want you to believe when you believe the Trinity. He's God the Father, God. He's all three of them. That's how are you going to sit on the right hand of his own self?
Don't say that over.
But see, people don't take all these things into consideration. What they're saying. And how foolish it is. This is why you need to know your Bible. This is why you need to know your word. See? And he says, sit there at your right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. Now, we was talking about that a little bit the other night. You see where he was directing that out there, who's going to come and be bowing down and doing those. Every nation that was conquered by Israel didn't have to come and bow down to every Israelite. But they bowed down to the king. They bowed down to the one that was authority. I want us to understand those things here because people get those things all mixed all up and run off and got crazy hopes and everything that ain't gonna happen. John 14:28 clears this up without a shadow of a doubt, and yet still, people still believe. And what do they shout out? Trinity forever.
Chad.
This is John 14:28. You heard me tell you, I am leaving, and I will come back to you. If you love me, you would have been glad that I'm going to the Father. Not I'm going to be the Father. I'm going to Him. How you going to say, but if you believe in Trinity, how you going to say I'm going to the Father when you is the Father? That's what the Trinity says.
You equal with the Father, and you're going.
They say Jesus is God the Father, Jesus is God the Son, and He's God the Holy Ghost. So how are you going to go and be? You going to the Father when you wait a minute, you the one, you is the Father according to the Trinitarian teaching. Don't make no sense. But when you get them stumped, they go fall back on that great mystery. Right, brother?
Yeah,
It's
a great mystery, brother. You just can't understand God.
Yeah, it's a great mystery. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's not the truth. Because look here, it says that I am leaving and I will come back to you. If you love me, you would have been glad that I'm going to the Father, because the Father is greater than I. And the Trinity says you are lying.
But they know they don't even read the Bible.
This is why we need to study and we need to know.
I said.
Yes.
The Trinity doctrine was hashed out of Rome in the 3rd century of the, I think it was not Church of Nicene, Council of Nicene. The Council of Nicene.
But it had been an argument for 50 years before that.
Yeah, but it made it canon then.
Finally, Constantine said, I'm going to settle this. They had made him bishop and head of the church, and he had the military power, so he said, hey, I'm going to settle this. And then from those things there, we get the Pope. From his line and on, this is where the papacy come in effect.
What you saying, Constantine?
Constantine.
Constantine, yeah.
Right. So a lot of people don't understand those things and all those things. But yet still we see that Yeshua, Son of God, the Mashiach, the Messiah, the Christ. For a long time, people said, Jesus Christ. They said Jesus Christ. They thought Jesus was his first name and Christ was his last name. Just like we got a first name and a last name. How many of y'all believe that? How many of y'all thought that Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ, that's his full name.
Yeah, that's his full name.
Oh, my name was up first.
Yeah, Jesus was his first name and Christ is his second name. Had nothing to do with that at all. That is totally wrong. Ain't that funny how
So unarmed.
yeah. But it's good to understand and to get these things straight that we might. Well, we're living in a time of the end, but for a factor that there are those who have not made it to an end, many have died, but death is not the end. And as I said before, I had to learn a lesson about resurrection. Okay? I thought you had to be real good, and you had to be great, and all those things like that to be resurrected. Then I had to learn a lesson now. You ain't got to be good to be resurrected. Huh? Right?
Right.
But that's what I thought. And I was taught and everything there, you know.
Come up in the second one, you don't.
But you were resurrected though, you know, because it said there's going to be a resurrection. And Paul scared up what is Felix? That Festus, it was one of the Roman authorities that Paul scared him up. He said, you almost got me scared, you know.
You almost convinced me to
you almost convinced me. You know, and let him know that, hey, just because you don't mean that you're going to get by and all that. You still want the answer that I ain't got the answer to nobody. Yeah, but we all got it's just like these kids and these people younger, they get the made of the man, I'm going to go shoot up this and I'm going to shoot up and then I'm going to kill myself and I have to answer that. No. You ain't getting by that easy. All right?
Y'all got a nice little spot waiting for you.
Yeah.
We'll deal with this on Judgment Day.
And sometimes it don't work out. This guy in Oshalea, up here by Ballasville, he went up there and killed his wife and then turned and shot himself. But the point of it is, no, she died. He killed her. But he didn't die.
That's one thing. He shot his wife and she could live and he died.
And so, but he was thinking that, a lot of times they'll do that. They'll shoot, they'll kill them, then they turn around and kill them themselves and say, hey, ain't nothing to do with it. But sometimes that doesn't work out because that's what he did. He shot himself in the chest and everything there. But he lived. He rushed him to the hospital. So what he thought was going to happen didn't happen. And now you got to face that among men. See, so you don't let these false ideas get into our mind. There's going to be two resurrections. And you better be glad. You better work at being in the right one. And that's the first resurrection. You don't want to have a part with the second resurrection. Because they had one. So, our God is a fair God, and we've got to get those things in line so we can work out and do what He asks us to do. We go to Daniel, the 12th chapter of Daniel. The prophet comes along and he gets us straight. It said, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. We was talking about that again the other night. That's Daniel 12. Daniel 12. And reading it first verse here. And we're reading 1 and 2. The second verse is, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So that's why I said I had to learn that
There's two resurrections.
there's going to be two resurrections. But yet still, you're going to get a resurrection. See? And so you ain't got to be righteous. I thought just all the righteous going to get resurrected. But there's going to be some that ain't righteous. That's why you want to go to shame and contempt. Because you was not righteous. But yet, see, you got a resurrection. You know? So as we learn how God is, and there's a lot of things that people put on our God. And I say, what God are you serving? Because our God ain't like that. The God of Israel ain't like that, He don't do this and he don't do that. Let you do whatever you want, man. No. These Christians get power. God said you can eat a certain thing and all that stuff. And they say, oh, we can pray over that there. We can pray over that there, man, and it's all right. So you can undo God's creation by your prayers. I wonder who you're praying to. God will undo his creation. But nevertheless, these are the things that we have to confront ourselves with and be a part. Okay, we're going to have Sister LaShonda to come forth with the banner intro. And our song is Congregation of the Righteous. We have to kind of have certain sections put in there because we know how that sleep goes,
Oh, yeah.
The sleep is hard on a person. Been there, done that, so that's why we have these little breaks in, little things in there to kind of wake you up a little bit, because we understand that. So those in the last row on that last part there, you need to move up off of that last row there.
What about Uncle Mason?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The inside of his glory. Yeah, the inside of his glory. He that hath an ear to hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Isaiah 62, 10 through 12. Pass through the gates. Prepare the way for the people. Build up the highway. Remove the stones. Raise a proclamation to the ends of the earth. Say to the daughter of Zion, see, your Savior comes. See, his reward is with him, and his recompense accompanies him. They will be called the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord. This banner which Yah gave, representing Jerusalem and her king, the man whose name is the branch, Zechariah 6:12 and 13. Isaiah 18:3, all ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye when he liveth upon an in Zion on the mountains, and when he bloweth the trumpet, hear ye.
Just kind of,
Wake you up a little bit.
yeah, kind of wake you up a little bit, kind of spice you up a little tad, you know, because you sit there and you get locked in, and boy, that sleep get to locking in on you, man, and head get to bobbing, and you get to flopping over and stuff, man, and it's a battle. I remember them days, man. I remember them days, boy. It's a battle. So we kind of do it to kind of get you cheered up a little bit, kind of get you going there. All right, here's an update. You know, there are a lot of things going on. The Mashiach has told us to watch and pray always, that we might be worthy to escape these things that are coming upon the earth. What things? See? You know? Who's going over to your neighbor's house at 12 o'clock at night and stuff?
No, man. Wrong thing.
See? That's what we got to lock into windows and stuff. You can't get no sleep wondering about who's going over there. Now, what are you going over there at that later time? Why are you going? Why? That ain't what they talking about watching. Mm-hmm. See? But we're diligent to do that there. But yet still we complain about the other stuff here. You better know what we're watching. He done gave us a one to watch and pray.
Amen.
The events that happen, man.
See, I can tell you what I think that he's talking about in those sense of what I, you know. But if you don't have to believe it, then that's you. That's up to you. But so goes Israel, so goes the world. And these things are fulfillment of what he says is going to take place. And nothing that you can do otherwise about those things. Either be on the right side or the wrong side. See? On the latest of the update here, Iran and Russia in agreement that the President Bashar is to remain in Syria. You know what that means? The United States and Israel says you gotta go. So now we got a big contest now, all in the land, and we've got a big contest of who gonna rule out. They just got to have a meeting. They just got to have a meeting with Putin and Rouhani and Erdogan, Turk. Prime Minister, and they all agree to the fact that that the other people that's against President Bashar Assad has got to go out of Syria. And of course, the United States is now already, you know, and of course they're backing the Kurds and some other folks, and what they're saying that we need to get rid of ISIS and those things there. But actually, they're saying that the president's got to go too, and Israel and the United States is saying no, he ain't got to go, and so Russia and Iran is saying no, he ain't got to go. So it's going to come down to a contest. As a matter of fact, it's kind of getting that way now. They got the one last group of people now. They got them centered off now and everything there, so Trump, your president, have said that if he use any chemicals against them, that's going to be it. We're going to war. So he might be in a war because. Besides, he used it before, and it don't mean that he ain't gonna use it. See, because right now he's smelling victory now, because he's only get that one providence, that one area now there, and so he's going to raise everything that he can up into. And so the United States, if you do that there, you're in trouble. So we're facing a war thing. We're also facing a war, on the other hand, see, with Iran, through Israel. Because Israel is telling the Iranians that you got to leave Syria and get your missiles out of there. And so it kind of reminds me of a little kiddish game here. So Iran said, okay, you want us to get the missiles out of Syria? Okay, we're gonna get them out of Syria. So they moved them out of Syria and placed them in Iraq. It's just like I was telling you that me and my wife, we was arguing about something, and my son was there, and he was just in there just running in. So I told him, I said, get out the room. I said, you don't need to be in. I said, get on out the room and everything there. So he did. He stepped out the room. Then he stayed right there at the door, but he was out the room, see? And he stayed right there. He could just hear everything he said. He knew exactly what I knew when I said get out the room. I mean, get on out the way. You don't need to be hearing all this stuff there. So he just stood and just sat right there. I said, didn't I tell you to get out the room? Yeah. I said, well, how you doing? I told you to. I did get out the room. I'm out the room. Y'all probably know what happened after that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what should have happened?
Yeah.
You smack him in the ear.
Huh?
You smack him in the ear.
Yeah,
No, you said get out the room. You didn't say get out the house.
yeah, I did. He had one. Yeah.
You knew what you meant.
Yeah, but ain't no
When that series that United States bomb, remember when they bombed which one was that they bombed the airport?
Oh yeah, that was a series.
Yeah, the series they bombed the airport, and so then they took their plane that they had left. They said, okay, we'll fix that. They took them and put them in with Russians.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did.
They know there was no bomb. Russians.
She ain't bombed no other airport.
That's right. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I told them, hey, you can't use your planes. Stuff. We're gonna make sure that and all that. So they took planes and stuff and moved them over there to with the Russian. That's the end of that.
Yeah.
They ain't bombed them or did anything now. Yeah.
Our biggest concern now is that they got one stronghold there that we have our troops right now.
And that's the strong one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing because they talking about sending all the troops from one mass and killing everything up this.
Yeah, and that's one that Trump said that if you do that, and you use chemical stuff, that's gonna be it. We're gonna strike you, and we're gonna have a war against you, and you're gonna be in trouble. So we might be in a war here, cause Syria, Iran said we ain't going nowhere, and Russia already said that Basar ain't going nowhere, and so they just got there had a meeting with Turkey, with Iran, and with Putin, and they said we ain't going nowhere, and Basar ain't going nowhere.
What better way is for Trump to get out from under all the pressure he's in to start another war?
That ain't gonna put him out. That ain't gonna get him out enough of the trouble.
Yeah,
Wag the dog.
Wag the dog. Put the pressure. Hey, I gotta be strong, so I'm gonna show y'all how strong I am, and start a war and get the pressure. He's under extremely a lot of pressure right now.
Ain't no relief for his pressure. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. It ain't no relief for him. They. I'm trying to tell y'all, Mike Pence is gonna be y'all next president.
He's just as bad.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm trying to tell you who they want in power because they know that they understand that President Trump is not mentally stable.
It's not still. I agree.
Have y'all not noticed that you haven't heard not one single word from Mike Pence in defense of his president? Not one. Because he waiting in the wings. Because he know this guy's got to go.
Hey, you're the vice president. You don't serve Macron because hey, you fool around and get fired. Trump like to fire people.
You know what I'm saying? Not even. No, I said even in defense of him.
Right.
You know, you serve at the pleasure of the president, so you're supposed to be on his side. You're supposed to, take shots for him.
Yeah.
Mike Pence is like, I ain't saying nothing.
You take a shot for somebody who deserves it, man. But that guy's a total, you know what? That kid.
Did you find out anything about Jordan?
Jordan?
Did you look into it?
No, I didn't get that. That's what slipped my mind. I think Shamash did. He didn't want to check it out about.
Did you look into that?
Those guys that got shot
over in Jordan? Remember I told you about? Did you look into it?
About those 3 American soldiers? Yeah.
Did you look into it?
Yeah, I looked into it.
Where you want to find it?
Well, they showed the footage of it. They showed the footage of all of it, but ain't nobody talking about it.
That's the point that I'm making. They kind of keep it in hush because the king of Jordan didn't even want to release the video.
Yeah.
Yes. And right now, the nations is wanting to, because our president have declared Jerusalem the capital of Israel and everything there, but yet still the Temple Mount is still under the control of the Jordanians. And so this is why you're hearing all this quiet. You don't hear nothing bad said or anything about the Jordanians because they're trying to hold on to their power of controlling the Temple Mount because they know that it's very dear to the Jews over there. And so this is why they're gonna hush up about those things there. But nevertheless, we're seeing some kickback now that's happening here. Remember I told you when the United States declared that they were moving their embassy to Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is the capital. There were some other nations that followed them. Right. Guess what?
Paraguay was one. Guess what Paraguay just done?
Reversed
it, moved back to Tel Aviv.
Yeah. I told you, some of the countries that did that everything there, the people, when they went back, the people kicked them out of office, told them that you ain't no longer the president and all this, that. And hey, because they were getting a lot of money and stuff from the Arabic world, and the Arabic world cut them off because you did this here. See, every country ain't like the United States, self-sufficient, And so Paraguay, hey, had to relent, and now they're moving they said that they're moving their embassy back to Tel Aviv.
Netanyahu is hot.
Oh yeah.
Hot.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the reason the other president didn't do it, because they think that was nothing but a powder keg. That's the reason they didn't do it.
And so now these countries are, and so Paraguay is getting praised by the Arabic world now for making that move and all those things there, and they receiving aid from them now and stuff. So hey, this he's scared that well, it wasn't but just on a few that went anyway. 3 or 4 of them.
It was 3.
Yeah, 3
of them. It was U.S., Paraguay, and
Ecuador, right? So Ecuador ain't self-sufficient, you can self-judge, but we're seeing that we'll see if these things hold up. But nevertheless, all these things are what the Bible has said is going to take place. See, we've been preaching this for years. When it wasn't, we've been telling folks about these things here, and they say, no, because everybody they was going to help them. See, they was halfway and grow their wings and stuff and ready to fly off there, and then they was ready to go, and the rapture definitely was going to get them out of here. Yeah, y'all Israelites and y'all Jews, y'all be left down to go through that bad tribulation and all that. So, well, one of our shamashes told them, y'all ain't going nowhere either. Y'all gonna be here too. Oh no, we're gonna be out of here. He said, I'm gonna come back next year, and I'm gonna let you know that you ain't going over. Oh no, by next year we'll be out of here. Rapture, we gotta go. 7 years before that time, we out of here. After that year was up, went parked on the door, knocked on the door, still running there. Oh, y'all here? Y'all still here? I guess y'all were left behind. Ain't that what that movie was? Left behind?
Yeah.
Where his wife was in the hospital.
Yeah. And so we had to ask him what was the problem?
Yeah.
Why y'all got left behind? My wife, she was in the hospital getting healed up, and just quick as that happened, then she gone. I said, oh, your wife
Held up the rapture.
held up the rapture. Held y'all all up, huh? I said, what about God? He had to send her to the hospital to heal up? He could take her up there and heal up?
I heard Cliff O'Donnell tell his other thing.
Uh-huh.
I can't understand why we ain't gone. we should have done been gone by now.
He said that for real.
But yeah, he told this congregation that.
And people still believe that stuff.
Yeah.
And they go forth in those things there, you know. But you know, you try to tell them the truth, but the people don't want the truth. They want to be lied to. See? Because it sounds good. See? Good sounding doctrine don't mean that it's sound doctrine.
That's right.
See? And therefore, we've got to get ourselves into the understanding and the familiar. So we are nearing us. This president we're talking about here, he's supposed to be the great peacemaker and everything. He says that we're all, you know, we ain't got to worry about North Korea no more. He done took care of that and all that stuff there. And guess what? The little fat man that he called the little rocket man and everything there. Guess what? The rocket man is the one that's making fun of him now. So y'all believe that I'm gonna get rid of my nuclear stuff? Boy, y'all got to be crazy. Y'all gonna believe him? But I told y'all in the first place, when he first come out and said it, I said, ain't no way in the world. That's what happened.
I mean, would you do it? I mean, you know somebody who got a nuclear, you don't have no nuclear, you just making it. Will you get rid of yours?
That's the real reason why I said it. It wasn't because of some big spiritual understanding.
Common sense.
That's
It's common sense.
I'm gonna unarm and leave you armed?
Right.
I don't think so.
The thing that done got me where I'm at now, all of a sudden, and I'm going to give it up to you? You gotta be kidding. And that's what he told me. He said, no, that was never on the agenda. He said, your president is the one to come up with all them lies and stuff and had y'all believing all that stuff. Yeah.
But the Koreans are working together, though.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't worried about the United States. They working things out with themselves. And I think what happened is the United States is really trying to put the brakes on it.
Of course. But the one of it is that, wouldn't you? I would do those things there because of the point of if they get into a big squabble and everything, who is going to be the first one? Who's the closest to the trouble is going to get the most trouble? Yeah. It ain't going to be the United States.
Yeah.
The United States is a long ways away. It's going to be South Korea.
Correct.
And if any retaliation goes there, a major retaliation there, is too close. They drop any nuclear or anything there to try to nuke North Korea. Hey, South Korea's gonna catch it.
Right.
So why not? Let's work together.
No, what I'm saying is the United States is trying to stop them from, hostilities towards each other.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying why.
They're trying to foment the hostilities to continue on.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is I'm agreeing with you. Why not try to work with North Korea and everything there? Because if there ain't being any repercussion in the trouble thing, we're gonna be the first one to catch it.
Right.
So I'd rather get along with you and then I forget about the United States. You're 1,000 miles away. See? No. Listen, But the Bible even speaks of those things there. The Bible is clear on all those things there. It tells you that in your last days, these small countries are going to jump on the big countries and say, you know, and talk noise to them and tell them and brag about it all. And that's exactly what's happening. North Korea, no, there is no way that he can defeat the United States. Just no way.
No way.
They can't come out no victor, no kind of way. They would get totally wiped out. But then still, they're gonna talk noise and everything now because they got some leverage to it. But Yah has 4 angels holding back, you know, the forces, the wind. And wind in prophecy means what? Wars.
Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying? And those major wars that would cause an eruption of the whole world, God had angels that'll keep it calm and those things there till He's ready. Okay? And He says He's going to bring all nations together to fight against one little place. Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. And that's our doctrine that we've been talking, branch of Jerusalem. That's what we've been teaching folks for years. And now it's coming to pass. Now we see him right now. The nations and stuff, they all mad. And when Trump got up and announced that Jerusalem was the capital of Israel, man, they really went wild in. And they're determined to reverse that and to get that. Like I said, they got some nations that are changing back and all things there. And they slowed the others down, boy. Them other, you ain't seen nobody else jumping on the bandwagon and moving their embassy to Jerusalem. Netanyahu thought that, boy, oh yeah, we done got them wrong. Oh, it's going to be a flood up, but they just going to be coming in. No. They throw the brakes on that and now they're reversing it.
Right.
But nevertheless, Yah's word is true.
Amen. And the ones that are reversing it, Netanyahu coming against them say, hey, if y'all reversing it, we're going to take out and see how.
Oh yeah, he did definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would draw his, you know. I mean, that's mankind.
Right.
See, that's mankind. Mm-hmm. So we expect those things to take place and to go forth on that end now. All right. Okay. During this month of the time, we have what we call tea time. Okay, thank you. Tea time, Teshuvah time, and we read our scriptures. So we're going to ask you to stand. You should be near a Bible there, and we're going to go to the book of Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter. And we're going to read 1 through the 9th verse in Ezekiel. The way that we will do it, I'll read the first verse, you read the second verse, and then we all get to the 9th verse, we read that together. Those have a David Stearns, it's page 686. Ezekiel. The word of Adonai came to me.
Human being, speak to your people. Say to them, suppose I bring the sword on the country, and the people of that country take one of their men and appoint him their watchman.
Now if upon seeing the sword coming against that country, he blows the shofar and warns the people.
Then, if the sword comes and takes away someone who heard the sound of the shofar but paid no attention to it, the responsibility for that person's death will be his own.
He heard the shofar but paid no attention, so that the responsibility for his death is his own. Whereas, if he had paid attention, he would have saved his life.
But if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the shofar, so that the people are not warned, and then the sword comes and takes any of them away,
that one is
indeed taken away and is killed. But I will hold the watchman responsible for his death.
Likewise, you human being, I have appointed you as watchmen for the house of Israel. Therefore, when you hear the word from my mouth, warn them for me.
When I tell the wicked person, you will certainly die, and you fail to speak and warn the wicked person to leave his way, then that wicked person will die guilty, and I will hold you responsible for his death.
Altogether,
On the other hand, if you warn the wicked to turn from his way, and he doesn't turn from his way, then he will still die guilty, but you will have saved your own life.
hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Remain standing for our tonight, Baraka. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who have given us your Torah, the writings and the prophets and the writ that shine by thy great spirit, and have commanded us to diligently teach them unto our children, unto our people, and all people of the earth. And let all Israel say, Amen. Okay, you may be seated. Our Torah reading for this week's Parashah is taken from the book of Deuteronomy, Devarim, the 29th chapter, starting at the 9th verse through the 30th chapter and the 20th verse. That is Deuteronomy 29:9 through the 30th chapter and the 20th verse. Our house Torah reading is taken from the book of Yeshayahu, Isaiah, the 61st chapter, starting at the 10th verse through the 63rd chapter and the 9th verse. That is Isaiah 61:10 through the 63rd chapter and the 9th verse. Our Parashah is Parashah 51, which is Nitzavim, which means standing. Our scripture reading, which is taken from the Haftarah reading, which will be given by Shamash. Let us give him our mind, divided attention as we read the word of God to us.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
May you be inscribed in the book of life for a good year.
Same unto you.
Scripture reading is taken from Isaiah, the 62nd chapter, 1 through the 5th verse. It's Isaiah 62, 1 through 5, page 534. 4. For Zion's sake, I will not be silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest until the vindication shines out brightly and her salvation like a blazing torch. The nations will see your vindication, and all kings and glory. All kings your glory. Then you will be called by a new name, which Adonai himself will pronounce. You will be a glorious crown in the hand of Adonai, a royal diadem held by your God. You will no longer be spoken of Azuve, Abanim, or your land be spoken of as Shamamu, desolate. Rather, you will be called Hetzaveh, my delight in her. And your land be Beulah, married. For Adonai delight in you, and your land will be married, as a young man marries a young woman. Your sons will marry you, as a bridegroom rejoices over the bride. Your God will rejoice over you. May Yah add a special blessing to the reading of his word.
Every aspect and every situation that Yah carries the house of Israel our forefathers through. See, there's learning lessons in all those things that he goes forth to do. And we don't follow those things, we're missing out. Even right today, we're all still going through a transitional time of things. People are waking up to who they are and those things there, and just good enough. That's just part of it. But you got to also know what is the plan and what's your position.
Right.
Some of us are waking up to who we are and everything there. We got this thing, our position and everything so far out that we're working against him instead of being for him.
Right.
Okay? And that ain't gonna work there, folks. You gotta understand how those things. God brought the house of Israel out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for a purpose. Okay? Oh yeah, because he loved us so much. Okay? That's part of it. He did love us. And still love us. Okay? But it was also to fulfill a promise that he had promised to those who were faithful to him. Abraham. Who else? Isaac. And who else? Yaakov. Abraham. Isaac. And Jacob. He had promised those things and all, and he's working. God is still working on that promise that he promised. Okay? He would have been understanding a lot of these things there, but it was because of our stubbornness, our choosing the wrong thing. And we got these knucklehead brothers and stuff around. I hate the white man. I can't do this. I can't do that. And all this. White. He told you how white man was going to treat you.
That's right.
We talked about that last Shabbat. In the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy.
That's right.
He didn't lie. Y'all told us how he was going to treat us.
Right.
And we still went ahead on. Our forefathers still went ahead on and chose the curse rather than the blessings.
Right.
Because we think we know what we. And it's a sad thing, we ain't got that much more smarter after all these years. The same brothers was talking all that noise, standing out in the corner, doing all that hollering and all that stuff there. Then they going home to their white wives and the white women.
Yeah.
And got y'all snowballs. Got you black. Got you all riding all up and there. He going home with.
Over them.
Boy, I tell you. Still don't know how to make right sense. Man, y'all have been saying this all along. He's been pleading the same thing all along with us. Stand with me. See? But we look out there to the world and say how the world is doing. Boy, we want to be out there and go with them, follow them. He said, no, stand with me. You are my peculiar people. We don't want to be that. We want to be like them. We want to see how.
Being peculiar, you get talked about.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You get isolated out. And we can't stand that being isolated out. We can't stand that being. But y'all want people that will stand for him.
Yeah.
See? We go to Deuteronomy, the 29th chapter. Start reading at the 9th verse there. What is it that made us so important? What is it made us so sincere about God? And what make us that Israel, the true Israel of Israel? You know, there are those who they brag about their blood. They don't find out none of the black folks here in America, which is right there. It's not, I'm not against that. Who we are and all those things there. But let me tell you something, dear folks. Blood ain't just good enough.
That's right.
That's right.
Just because you got the blood, that don't
Guaranteed.
that's not no guarantee.
God has showed a lot of our brothers.
There you go. They have a whole lot more pure blood and full blood than what we have.
That's right.
Destroying the wilderness.
Because when we came over in America and stuff and all those things, everybody we got intermixed with a lot of stuff. And then the masters took advantage of the sisters and stuff, and you didn't have no choice. But now all of a sudden, now we don't come to the realization that I only got the blood and everything, and boy, that's it, and then we just think that that's it, and all that. No, didn't save our forefathers. They had the blood and everything, yet still they got kicked out of the land.
Some of us got more European blood than we have Hebrew.
Yeah.
Well, that's because of the point of this. We didn't have no choice, but that was part of what he said too. He said they're gonna take your wives and do whatever they want with them. And I mean, it tells you right there in the book, in the Deuteronomy 28. When you go there and read it, it tells you all that stuff, and that's exactly what happened.
Right.
Mine said didn't, because we were proof of it.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that really radical,
I know that.
They all light skinned and just got a little bit of Hebrew in them, and they fine up the white man.
Oh boy. But what is it that is important here? Start reading there. Deuteronomy 29:9.
Therefore observe the words of this covenant and obey them.
Observe the words of this covenant. A covenant is a contract.
Mm-hmm.
See? And y'all said, don't break my contract. Even today, if you make a contract, that's why they tell you to be sure you read the fine line.
Right.
When you go to start signing your name on something, you better read.
Right.
Because once you don't sign that contract, it's hard to get off under that contract.
Right.
Yeah, but I got back. I don't want to hear all that stuff now. You know, you go sign a lease for an apartment and everything now. Mm-hmm. And you don't sign it for a year or 6 months. You get it in a couple of months and then
Want to skip out?
can't afford it and everything now. You come back and well, I'm leaving. I'm moving out. I don't want to stay no more. Okay, they tell you, okay, you move out. Go move out of there. But you still gonna pay for this 6 months. Y'all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still gonna pay for that 6 months.
Kind of like they doing those Mexicans at the border. You know, they signing these papers, but they signing their kids away and they didn't know it. You know, because they can't speak English.
Dear folks, covenants, contracts mean something just as it mean to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "This is why I'm making a contract with you." See? And I'm serious about my contract. Don't break my contract, because you're not gonna like the breaking. You know. I think it's like on these cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
You get a cell phone, and they'll say, well, you can keep the cell phone for a certain amount of day, and they don't. But now, if you back out on that plan before that time, then you got to pay for all that.
Right.
Yep.
You got to pay a big upfront fee and all that stuff. Then they put the hurt on you about that. Yeah. What they doing it for? They want you to keep it going, on those things. They prefer that there. But if you just have to break it and everything, you got to pay a penalty for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we testified to that. Remember that she did that contract with that satellite company, and I told them that she would not fit to do it because she was under the medication. They said, oh, I understand, yeah. They sent her a great big old bill. After they canceled her, even though they gave all the stuff back, she still had to pay for that contract.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And what you gotta be careful about when you sign your name to it. And that's why I tell these folks, we run around here and we ready. Everybody now want to jump on the bandwagon. I'm an Israelite. I'm a Hebrew. You better be careful what you making a claim to. You better be careful of that. You don't understand what you're doing when you make these claims. I was talking to one young lady, then she was telling me, she saw me, and she said, hey, and I was explaining to her about it. Oh yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a there. I said, okay. I said, I was rejoicing. So I got to tell her a little bit about, all right then that means you don't do this and you do. Boy, she got to clapping up on me, and I said, what did I done say wrong here? I didn't know I couldn't do that there, and I got to do this and I got to do that there, and I can't eat no catfish and I. Oh, that's important. I said, I thought you told me you was a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, well, see, we ain't fully understandable. So, for you jump up high, you something, you are this and that, you better make sure what you know what you're doing. Just like I say, you better know what you're signing. And God was telling Israel the same thing. He said, I want you to understand something about me. Don't sign no contract with me and then break the contract and think you're going to get away with that. That ain't going to happen. Read on, let's see.
Therefore observe these words, the words of this covenant, and obey them so that you can make everything you do prosper.
There you go. He said, if you want to prosper, you better follow these things. Because breaking a contract with me is going to cut off that prosperity that you're getting. I'm letting you know that. I'm the one that's bringing you that prosperity. I'm the one that's shielding you. I'm the one that's protecting you and keeping you from all those things there. I'm the one that's doing that. And if you break the contract with me, I'm going to quit doing it. We didn't believe that. Our forefathers didn't believe that. Oh, no, he was like that. He ain't like that. He'll do this and he'll do that. He was telling us all the time with his prophets and all, this is the way I am. Have you ever told people, you're talking for you and you try to tell them how you is and they're going to tell you that, no, you ain't like that, you something. You ever told anybody like that? You try to tell them, look, I'm telling you how I am. No. Well, that's the way our forefathers was. Until we got right in the middle of all this trouble and everything here, and they started all having picnics over here with us, and now we're all mad. They all mad about the white man, the way he treated and everything there. I'm not surprised. He told us that they were gonna do that, and he don't lie. Read on.
10th verse says, today you are standing, all of you, before Adonai your God, your heads, your tribes, your leaders, and your officers, all the men of Israel, along with your little ones, your wives, and your foreigners, here with you in your camp.
I want you to understand something. Not only was God wanting them to stand and do it, but they were literally standing. See, we got it made here. In our day and everything there. We can't come out. They understand it all day long. Stand. I ain't doing that.
Too hot out there.
Yeah. vacation. I can't do that there. I'm coming. You better have everything nice and comfortable there and at the place and everything. Then I might go then. See? But if they ain't gonna look that way, then I ain't going. I ain't gonna do it. Oh, we don't understand those things. But Yah is getting a picture over to us and trying to get things over to us for our own good. See? Why do you think you need this knowledge? Why do you think you need to know what's going on there? It's not going to stop God from doing what He's going to do. It's going to stop you from being included in a good way or a bad side. It don't matter. God's word is going to come to pass. Even if you have to raise up rocks to do it. He's trying to raise up the dust to do it. And that's us, we're the dust. He made us from the dust.
That's right.
He said, but in case you don't do it, I'll raise up rocks. For my word fail. The Mashiach tells us about our God, and we better believe about our God. Read on.
From the one who chops your wood to the one who draws your water. The purpose is that you should enter into the covenant of Adonai your God, and into the oath which Adonai your God is making with you today, so that He can establish you today for Himself as a people, and so that for you He will be God, and as He said to you, and as He swore to your ancestors, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But I am not making this covenant and this oath only with you. Rather, I am making it both with Him who is standing here with us today before Adonai, our God, and also with Him who is not here with us today.
Now, let's talk about us, dear folks.
Mm-hmm.
You people talking about, you mean to tell we got to go back and more old laws, lay back out and all that stuff. Our God is a God that transcends time. Time is just a doorway for Him. He can step into the future, the past, and all. You know, we're the ones that are subject to time, not Him.
That's right.
When He says some things there, He can talk about 1,000 years. The same thing. That's His ability. That's what He has in those things. He don't control all these things. We're the ones that's finite and locked into that, not Him. So He let them know. The same laws and the same rules that I'm giving you today and all those things there is not only for you, but also for the generation of 1,000 years from now. See? We're 3,000 years ahead since that has happened, and He's still talking to us. He's still pleading with us. Don't break my covenant. Stand with my covenant. Stand with my contract. After 3,000 years, after all the stuff, we still don't believe Him. We still think, well, God ain't gonna be like that. I hear these Christians all talking about, oh, God's love and He's this, you know. Yes, God is love. And let me tell you something, dear folks. This is love that I'm telling you right now. He didn't have to tell us none of that. My mother used to tell me that she's I'm leaving. When I come back, I want this house cleaned up. That's love. And of course, I didn't see it as that being love. I saw that being a job or something. But hey, but when she come back and the house wasn't like she wanted to, she said, "Now I'm gonna show you what ain't love."
Ain't love. Exactly.
I will show you what it was love for me to tell you what I expect to see. I didn't have to tell you that. So I want to know. So I asked, I said, well, where's the love at? I told you ahead of time. She didn't have to do that. She could have come back in the house and clean and all tore and everything. Hey, line up on getting retired or you have this house. Well, she showed some love by saying, I'm telling you ahead of time, don't tear up this house. I want this house clean when I come back. That's love.
And showing love when they cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Uh-huh. He says here, don't mess with my covenant. Stand with what I'm telling you. Don't worry about them other folks. Another rule she had, you know, now when you're alive, see, I was the oldest of the family, so I called her for everything. See, I was the oldest. She said, now, whenever I leave, you can have company when I'm here. But when I'm gone, y'all can't have no company. Y'all know what happened. Time she left, y'all know what happened, don't you?
Got you
You had company.
Y'all know exactly what happened.
You had company.
Oh, yeah, company come over, man, and all that.
You must like
Come on in.
And then, when she come back and everything now, you know, why you got this folks over there? They came over. I didn't invite them over. I didn't tell them. They just came over on their own and all that. She said, what did I tell you though? What was my word? Because you ain't standing on my word, you standing on her. She said, oh, you won't stand on their word, huh? And because you ain't standing on my word, here's what your result is.
I bet we got one.
And I'm tell you something, boy, that willow switch don't give up either, man. That willow switch don't give up. See, I don't know about any of y'all got no kind of, y'all, it's probably just a law for y'all to get them type of willows back in there. But them willows, man, they wouldn't give up, man. They just,
I ain't never got one.
oh, yeah, you was lucky. Yeah. Yeah, she stayed on somebody else's house. Really, she did. She took out with her sister, with her auntie. So she stayed with her auntie more than she did it. So she missed out on those days. But nevertheless, all these things are to teach us how the covenant works and how God. See? You can't say that, huh? But see, you the oldest too, see? Yeah, and then the oldest always catches. See? So these are the things that go forth. But yet still, Yah is dealing with us. He's dealing with the house of Israel. And so, you know. And that's why I asked him, I said, why are you so hard? Because you're the oldest. You know? Why is God so hard on Israel and everything now? You know, because we're the chosen. See, everybody want to take that aspect of being the chosen one and everything like that, but there's responsibilities that come with that. There's requirements that come with that. And so she always tell me, I said, why are you so hard on me? Because you're the example for them young ones. See? You're an example of a mother. And see, we got one here to say that he learned. He learned from the example of others. And so he learned how to develop and not to get into that pathway, right?
Got a whole long list of them.
See? And so they was right about that. Children will watch the oldest one. And if you let down, they'll let you know. Why you let so-and-so get by? You ain't think the kids is watching, but they watching. How can she can get down? We can't do that. And how can so-and-so? Yah gives us these dealings for us to understand how He deal with. Sometimes we get in this whole idea of dealing with God and everything, and God is saying, "Hey, look, I'm teaching you, I'm giving you a chance to be a parent of it, so you can understand how I am. I'm no different than what you are. Is He? He's our Heavenly Father."
Yes, he is.
But a parent that will not discipline their children in life is a lousy parent.
That's right. Amen.
And they're going to come back to wreak havoc on you. What does the scripture says?
Spare the rod, ruin the child.
It also says something about the woman. What he said? Bring misery.
The shame.
That's right.
Don't shame my man.
You don't take care of them and all that, they will bring shame to you. And like I said, that was one of the main line things that our parents always taught us and would say to us, when we go somewhere and everything, don't you shame me.
Bring it on.
I was listening to these guys on television and some of the football players and all that. I remember Shaq even said it and all that stuff there. Hey, that was one thing back in the olden days, hey, Shaq's big man and everything there, but hey, Mom and Dad said, hey, don't you shame me. That's what they meant. He said, so they was asking him, why you stayed in line? You didn't have to really. He said, hey, look, my parents, they told me those things there. See? And they meant it. They backed it up. So y'all saying here, I'm a true parent to you. I will back up what I'm telling you. If you stay in my contract, you stay in my covenant, do what I tell you to do in those things there, I will see that your prosperity works. Mm-hmm. If you don't, I'm cutting that prosperity out.
So you'll live a long life. Live a long time.
That's one thing he does say here, don't he?
Yep.
Okay, read on.
Okay, the 16th verse says, "For you know how we lived in the land of Egypt, and how we came directly through the nation you passed through. And you saw their detestable things, and their idols of wood, stone, silver, and gold that they had with them. So let there not be among you a man, woman, family, or tribe, whose heart turns away today from Adonai our God, to go and serve the gods of those nations. Let there not be among you a root bearing such bitter poison and wormwood. If there is such a person, when he hears the word of this curse, he will bless himself secretly, saying to himself, I will be all right, even though I will stubbornly keep doing whatever I feel like doing."
Notice that. That's exactly what our forefathers did. Messed up big time and messed us up.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing about it when you deal with the God. When you deal with, He said, showing favor to those that love me, to the third and fourth generation.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it goes against us too, to the third and fourth generation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us didn't have nothing to do with the sin that caused us to be bought over here slaves and all that. But yet still, we suffered for it. Some of y'all don't know nothing about it because y'all on this side of the thing over there. You don't really understand it. This is one of the reasons why the statement that Kanye West said was so irritating to those that was on the other side, because he's been on this side over here. It's easy to talk about I done did this and I done stood up and all. There was some that stood up for that. And most of them got killed, and most of them. Got to prove to that. Got to make an example. See, when you're on a Torah, it's a different thing, you know. We talk about this now because a little bit. Hey, but let me tell you something. When the master was over you, control over you, hey, it's a whole different statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different light of things. Probably some of y'all ain't never been to see no place where, you know, almost any place you go to now, you need any filling station or where you want to drive and everything now. Hey, you can go to the bathroom, go in there, so bathroom, you know, there. Yeah. But there were places that, hey, you wasn't loud in there. Couldn't even drink in there. Couldn't even go shopping in there. You could even pull up to the station and buy some gas, get some gas today, and you go ahead to, nigga, where you going? Huh? Boy, you better go out there and find you a tree or something out there. You ain't, this is for white folks here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different situation. It's a whole different life when you're under that situation and then say, well, I do this and I do that there and I do that. Yeah, you talk all that stuff. Now what you do? Back now and we'll see what you do.
You're not looking straight behind you.
I'm saying this to say this here. God is letting Israel know all these things ahead of time. All the stuff that's taking place with us and happening all right, He's letting us know right now. He was letting us know then. Stand with me. Choose my words. Choose this covenant that I'm making with you. Don't break my contract. Because let me tell you, it's going to be hard with you and your folks and your prosperity. He said, this ain't just y'all, but I'm making this contract with your descendants.
Mm-hmm.
We're still subject to them same laws, dear folks. It hasn't changed.
That's right.
That contract is still going on. Read on to the 20th verse.
So that I, although dry sinful, will be added to the watered righteous. But Adonai will not forgive him. Rather, the anger and jealousy of Adonai will blaze up against that person. Every curse written in this book will be upon him.
Ah, did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
In that, and that's what I said, whenever you get ready to sign a contract, you better read all of it, and especially the little smalls. See? Better read all that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you sign your name on that there, we co-sign or we sign our name for our children to go to school or something, everything like that. And guess what? Kids done dropped out of school and guess what? They ain't got nothing to do with them. They're going to say, you owe me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay for this. You sign your name on. I'm giving my child out there. I'm gonna co-sign for him to get a motel, to get an apartment and everything. I'm gonna sign for that and everything. That kid done went off, gone somewhere, and left that apartment and everything. And guess what? Guess who's still shelling out for it?
Yeah.
Parents.
You just sign your name on it. You just sign your name on it. Y'all is letting Israel know I'm that same way. I will bring these things on. Don't think I'm going to bring these curses on you. Because I will.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, don't get on my bad side. Stay on my good side because you ain't going to like me.
Right.
I was looking at this picture called a huck. And then y'all saw this the picture they call a huck. I was looking at it the other night. They had it on there, and the people, the guys was bugging him and stuff. And he said, "Oh, we're gonna see if you get angry and everything there and shoot you." They said, "I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't gonna like me if I get angry." They kept on pushing on him and stuff there, and he was trying to hold it back, because he didn't want to go into this big green monster. Y'all saw that, and so they kept on pushing him. All of a sudden, boy, the shirt popped all off, the green cut out, and the big muscles and everything there. And boy, he started slinging people all kind of ways. He said, "I told you, you ain't gonna like me when I get angry." Y'all telling Israel the same thing. Y'all ain't gonna love me. So don't get angry. Don't get on my wrong side. Read on.
Okay, you say to the 20th?
Yeah.
Okay. Adonai will blot out his name from under heaven. Adonai will single him out from all the tribes of Israel to experience what is bad and all the curses of the covenant written in this book of the Torah.
Now, that we was talking about the book of life. We was talking about that the last night. We was talking about those things there. That's what we say, when we greet one another with, may you be inscribed in the book of life for a good year and those things there. He said, I'll blot you out. Just because you're in there don't mean that, hey, if you don't stay qualified and everything, I will blot you out.
Amen.
Right.
Just as I put you in there, Lord, if you don't keep this covenant, I'll blot you out. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Like I say, these folks get around, hey, I'm tired of the way they're doing that. Hey, they go get their gun, I'm going to get my gun. Yeah, we had that happen here in Tulsa. In the race ride here. We was big time here in Tulsa. Had Wall Street. Right down on Greenwood there, man. Hey, look, when we had we were big time and everything now. When they got into trouble on some fictitious stuff, but we still under the curse there, folks. Right? They wouldn't get their guns. They wouldn't get their shotguns. We wouldn't get our repeating guns and stuff, little automatic guns. They come back with automatic guns, and we got to run. They come back with tanks. How you gonna counter that? Then after that, they come back with bombs
From airplane.
And what you gonna do with that? Exactly what happened. You go down to Greenwood now, it ain't nothing like it used to be. Hey, there are no more since that.
Did it happen in
21.
Okay, but before I know the riot happened in 1921, but before that, they started flourishing 1918, and I think it lasted until 21. And that's when the white man got jealous because of swearing too much.
Oh yeah. It was going on strong. Lawyers. But all I'm saying is that you got to, if you think you can rise up and do this on your own and those things there, no, that's part of the stick, they're part of the curse.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay? And until we get this thing straightened, and we have to follow what God said do to get out of that. Not what we think we can do on our own.
Hallelujah.
That's what I'm saying is that you can't do this on your own.
Hallelujah.
Right.
See? When he get us locked all up there, hey, he got you locked up. And you ain't gonna get out of there until he's ready. See? You think that was the only time that Israel tried to escape out of Egypt? No, that wasn't the only time. But it wasn't until God got ready. There were some others that tried it and everything, but it didn't work. What is the result of us not obeying? Read on.
Okay, 22nd.
Yeah.
22nd verse says,
Right.
when the next generation, your children, who will grow up after you, and the foreigner who arrives from a distant land sees the plague of that land and the diseases with which Adonai has made it sick, and that the whole land has become burning sulfur and salt, that it isn't being sown or bearing crop, or even producing grass, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. Admah and Zoim, which Adonai overthrew in the furious anger. Then all the nations will ask, why did Adonai do this to this land? What is the meaning of such furious anger? People will answer, it's because they abandoned the covenant of Adonai, the God of their fathers.
They did what? What did they do?
Abandoned
They abandoned it.
the covenant.
They didn't follow through. Why did God let this happen? Why did God do those things? You got these Hebrew Israelite brothers learning hollering and talking about the Khazari Jews, and they the one that kicked them out and took their land and all that stuff. That's a hogwash. That is not the truth. We was kicked out of the land and stuff that messed up way before there was such thing as a Khazari Jew.
Amen. Amen.
But that's a lie they want to feed you. That's a lie they want to feed you and keep all this stuff going and all that. But that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Amen. Amen.
We had messed this covenant way before that time and got kicked out of the land.
Still getting messed up.
There ain't no Khazari Jew that went over there and kicked us out of the land. You didn't have no land.
Kicked out.
They didn't kick you out.
You was taken in captivity.
But see, that's
Your God kicked you out.
exactly right. And I'll tell you why he said that he do it.
Yeah.
And he said that is what he would do.
That's right. Yeah. Said he was gonna do it.
And we didn't believe it. As the old folk would say, that boy that don't believe fat meat is greasy.
Yeah.
No, man, ain't no thing like that, no, I'm saying. Yeah.
Gotta show you.
Yeah, you got it, yeah. You have to show him, you just can't talk to that boy like that, because he don't believe fat meat is greasy. You ought to get it, do him another way, see.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yeah.
That's a showman said.
Yeah, the show mistake, right.
You know, I was reading in another translation where it says here, and the whole land has become burning sulfur and salt, and it isn't being sown or bearing crop. Yeah, I read that it was, say weeds would even grow. So you know if weeds don't grow,
You ain't gonna let nothing else to grow.
That's a curse there.
weeds, it don't take nothing for weeds to grow. They gonna automatically grow.
I mean, they don't have no nutrients, no way around it. Weed ain't gonna grow in it.
That's right. You can plant all you want there, but weed won't grow there.
Yeah.
You can so forget about anything else. But that's a curse.
Mm-hmm.
See? We can't get around our God.
Yeah, and salt itself kills,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
That's it. Read on.
Okay, 25 say, people will answer, it's because they abandoned the covenant of Adonai, the God of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them out of the land of Egypt. They went and served other gods.
Went and served other gods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We tired of this old incense. We tired of this old smell. We went down to South Africa and they had some sweet smell. We went over to the Babylon, they had some sweet smell. Hey, we're going to take some of this back and go back to the house of God, and we're going to burn this in the house of God. And they were sitting there happy about themselves and thought he was going to be happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all were fuming. He said, it ain't bad enough that but you gonna come and in my house. Bring this stuff in my house.
I already had what I wanted in there.
I told you what I liked and all those things, but you gonna come want to tell me? Therefore, your house is left unto you desolate, and you're out of here. They keep saying those things, but I keep reading the scripture. I keep teaching them, and people don't like this here because I don't. But hey, the only way we're going to get this thing straight in our life, and we got to find out who we messed up at. Because if you think you can beat the white man, you can't. Y'all's the one that set him in that role to be over us and those and there because of part of the curse. And you ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
And what I mean by that, us talking about the people of our own self, ain't nothing we can do about that.
Amen. If y'all ain't backing me up, you messed up.
Instead you gonna rebel against them and you go, yeah, we got some people in the army that got control of us. Yeah, but that you still ain't got it where they ought to be. They got control over them drones now. You fool around talking all that stuff. There'll be some drones hovering over your place.
We had a brother in Dallas that thought he was going to go against the police before he was popular. They said, okay. So they sent a drone, they sent a robot after this brother.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
And that brother was tough down there in Dallas too.
Yeah, he was.
He had to get that trainer from the army and stuff that man, and then they tried to go in there and get him in, with the regular army, regular tactics and special stuff that man. He was popping on, rolling over there. They said, hey, we can't get this joker here. Like they said, we can't get him right there. But they sent that robot in there and got him. They sent. See, I don't talk. They got some stuff now. Yep. Dear folks, all I'm saying is that how we got in this situation, the only way we're going to reverse this and get out of this here is that we got to get things right with our God.
That's it.
Amen.
That's great.
He's the only one that can give us deliverance.
He's the one that gives us deliverance.
Amen.
Just as he's the only one who brought us out deliverance out of Egypt by the hand of Moshe. Are we reading about those things there? That's the only way it's going to happen. Otherwise, it ain't going to happen.
Right.
Read on.
26 says, they went and served other gods, prostrating themselves before them, gods they had not known, and which he had not assigned them. For this reason the anger of Adonai blazed up against this land, and brought upon it every curse written in this book. And Adonai in anger, fury, and incest with indignation uprooted them from their land, and threw them out into another land.
All right, now how do we get kicked out? How do we get kicked out of the land?
Being disobedient.
He says, y'all did it.
Yep.
He threw us out. He threw us into another lane.
That's it.
So where does the spirit come from with the lion? Israel got kicked out and they just got condemned and messed all up. Now they lie on the Zara.
Yeah.
The lion, just lying. Yeah, God did.
That's why I said we ain't learned a lesson yet. We ain't got this thing right yet.
Ain't got it right yet. Because that is not the created people. He's going to make them a created people.
But there's hope, dear folks.
Amen. Amen.
There is hope.
Amen.
Go to the Deuteronomy 30. We're going to get this wrapped up here now. Go to Deuteronomy 30, and we're going to read the first 8 verses of Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. After Yahweh set forth all those things there, then he lets us know how he heals too. Start reading there.
When the time arrives that all these things have come upon you, both the blessing and the curse, which I have presented to you, and you are there among the nations to which Adonai your God has driven you.
That's where we at right now. See, God knew exactly what's going to happen. He's telling us right now, 3,000 years ago, he He's telling us exactly about us right now in our day.
What verse did you just read?
First 30.
30. Thank you.
He's letting us know right now. He's talking about it right now. God saw us, foresaw us right now. He said, when you're in the land, when you're in your land right now, where you have all this trouble at, things can't go your way. You wonder why?
I'm against you.
They take your children, they do whatever they want with your children, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Tell you what to do and all that, and if you don't like it, hey, that's your bad. Ain't nothing, you can try all the stuff you want and you ain't gonna succeed against them.
Right.
That's part of the curse, dear folks.
Amen. Amen.
Read it, this and now.
Amen.
He said, but when you get in the land, and when you get in there and see all that stuff happening, and it finally dawned on you, when you start waking it up and learning some sense, read on, let's see what he says is going to take place.
Then at last you will start thinking about what has happened to you.
What's happened to you?
And you will return to Adonai your God and pay attention to what he has said.
You will teshuvah. And I see all these people fighting, doing all that stuff, but they don't turn to God.
Amen.
You can fight in their system all you want, but their system is against you.
Amen. Amen.
That's right.
It's set up to be against you. You can't win in their system.
That's right.
It's not for you.
Amen. Amen.
They'll drain you with your money.
Amen.
And longer, they'll give you a little hope and everything longer you spend that money out.
That's right.
They'll take your money.
That's a part of the curse too.
But you ain't going to prevail on them. You're not going to win out. What you're going to have to do is a lot of what God don't want to do.
Humble yourself.
See, you got to turn back to me and realize that you messed up with me. You messed up with my covenant. You abandoned me. You rebelled against me.
That's right.
And that's why all these things are happening.
Amen.
And until you get that straight, you're going to still be in trouble.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
I don't care what you do, what you think you're going to do, and how much you think you know and all that stuff. It ain't going to work.
It's not going to work. Amen.
I had one of the Israelite brothers, he's talking all that stuff and thought, he said, police came down there, he's the only one. All the other folks out there messing all up in there, and they picked him out. Now that's his testimony.
I remember that one. Yep. That's right.
They picked him out. Let everybody else go with him.
Yeah.
And he wondered, why me? Why all that?
Made an example of him. He say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. It's still finished.
That just sealed the deal for him. You being a Hebrew Israelite, you should have had better sense to know not to be doing that.
Amen.
That's right.
That's why he picked him out.
You got that shaming your God.
Yes.
Read on.
Which will be exactly what I am ordering you to do today. You and your children, with all your heart and all your being. At that point, Adonai your God will reverse your exile and show you mercy.
There you go. Mercy. That's what we need.
That's right.
Not militant power and all that stuff that we're gonna go. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna. How you think you're gonna win against them in any color law, anything that when you using their lawyers, when you using them? I've seen too much of them guys working together.
I work with lawyers, so.
Huh?
I said I work with lawyers all the time, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I work with them on a daily basis, so. They sit right, they leave the courthouse and go to lunch together.
Yeah.
The DA and your lawyer be sitting down and having lunch.
On you.
know you could have cut that guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know you'd have to do it like that. Yeah, but I had to teach him a lesson. Well, okay, I know you had to teach him a lesson. We couldn't just kind of lighten it up a little. But no, they ain't keep you out of nothing and all that. He just tell him, you gotta don't make me look too bad now. You know, I know you go there. That's all I care about everything. They ain't care about you. Let them sit there and talk that stuff. Say that. But all that is a part of what God's saying is going to happen. What are we to do? How are we going to get out of this? Teshuvah.
Back to our God.
Turn back to
our God and get things straight with Him. Then He will take care of them.
That's right.
Not you. But we won't do that. We can't get you to do that. We will not do that for.
Yep. They want to take vengeance, and y'all say vengeance is mine.
Them that we tell right there, man, y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all, all this pastor, no.
You take care of Gary.
I just tell them, go ahead on. I said, go ahead on. See what you can do then. See how it's gonna turn out.
Right.
Our God don't lie. He don't fail. Read on. Today's verse.
Because He will return and gather you from all the people to which Adonai your God scattered you.
Who scattered us?
God did.
And He said, the only way we're gonna be gathered back is that He do the gathering.
That's right.
That's right.
Glory. Hallelujah. Glory.
And when He do the gathering and everything, that the enemy gonna have to let go. Yeah, because He controls the enemy.
Let go. You better hear the gathering call.
Read on.
If one of yours was scattered to the far end of the sky, Adonai your God will gather you even from there. He will go there and get you. Adonai your God will bring you back into the land your ancestors possessed, and you will possess it. He will make you prosperous there, and you will become even more numerous than your ancestors. Then Adonai your God will circumcise your hearts and the hearts of your children, so that you will love Adonai your God with all your heart and all your being.
All right. What it's going to take? With all our heart.
Yeah.
All our heart. Cold levy.
Everything.
Not halfway. 99 and a half won't do.
That's right.
Why? Because our God is first. And that's why I said, God gave us certain things to do and everything to teach us how to keep them first in our lives.
Amen.
He gave us certain things to do to teach us to do that. And we rebel against that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to do that. I ain't got to do that. I don't do that. I don't see that. And then we wonder how God got to the position that He is in. Was that the 8th verse?
No, that was part of the 6.
Okay.
Adonai your God will put all these curses on your enemies. So those who hated and persecuted you, but you will return and pay attention to what Adonai says and obey all His mitzvahs which I am giving you today.
Who is going to do the revenging on our? Who's going to do the revenging on our enemies?
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna do it. I remember the Hebrew Israelite group. I was coming up. Benamism group. They left Chicago. And they were going to go over to Israel over there, and they were going to kick them Jews out, and they were going to march into Jerusalem. They set up the New Jerusalem there, and they was going to take over, and that was going to be it and everything there. Had me halfway believing it, because I was kind of on this color side, you know.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, I was gonna go to school, and I was gonna be an astronaut, and I was going to space. So we all had our visions of what we was going on, grandeurs of what we was going in life. out of there being mad.
But they went over there, man. Things didn't turn out near like what they thought. And they finally had to concede. They wasn't going to, it don't take me long to repent. It don't take me long to teshuva. You ain't got to keep hitting me upside the head with a 2 before. But I see stuff ain't working out like, hey, for me to, I'd rather change it, get this straight.
Yeah.
I'm like Peter. Hey. Yeah, and Aaron, right. When the master, when the Mashiach told Peter, if I don't wash you and everything, hey, you don't have no part with me. And Peter said, hey, whoa, wash me. Not only that, give me a bath, wash my hair. Hey,
I see the picture now. Amen.
I got all that stuff in, about we're going to go over there and we're going to do this and all that. No. You're not going to do nothing against Yah. Yah said, I'll take care of your enemies that did you wrong. And then he goes back and let me know why. He said, vengeance is mine, not yours. He's saying the same folks running over there, going over to the Middle East right now, and going over to the Promised Land and all that. Guess what? You're being saved from our brothers, cousins over there, because of them Jews that you talking about that you hate and everything. That's why that's where your safety is at. And there were some of them that didn't believe it. Even them, they thought, oh yeah. They won't do that to us and all that until they went down there. Until they went down there and got them.
That's right. Got bombed up.
That's right.
They said, well, I'm the shooter now. I'm going to be with y'all now.
Yeah. Them Palestinians and stuff, got them too. Hey, this is our land. And just because you black and they thought because, hey, we go down there and tell them we're black Israelites, that's going to do it. They ain't care nothing about your color. You said you Israel. See? You taking our land. All this fit in is what he tells us what we're going to do. We got the teshuva there, folks.
Amen.
Turn back to the one that caused all these problems. And what else? And what? Today's verse.
That was it.
Okay, that was it. We're living right in that time right now. That was 3,000 years, or over 3,000 years of what he was telling, what he was saying is, right now, we're right in the middle of that right now. He said, when your children, he let us know, your children is the ones that are going to be suffering this year. And we are the children, those are our forefathers. They done made this decision and everything now. We the one had to go through all this. And now we're going forth and now. And we still ain't learned that we got to go back and correct the problem. In closing for the day, y'all is restoring everything. He said, I scatter you and I'm going to bring you back. See?
Amen.
But only if, and the ones that I'm going to bring back is only those that make the right choice. But will we have a good part in it? What part would you have in the restoring? I don't care about. Can't nobody tell me I know God's working with me. Yeah. God worked with Pharaoh. Y'all know the story about y'all study the story. God worked with Pharaoh.
Hard is hard.
But it wasn't for his good.
But it wasn't for his good. But he worked with him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He's working with Donald Trump Pharaoh. Ain't for his good either.
That's what I said. I always say that.
God will answer your requests and your questions too.
Oh, yes. Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Pharaoh said, who is this God that I should serve?
Well,
That was his question he asked. God said, I got this, Moshe.
when I get through, he'll
Yeah,
know who I am.
right. God said, I got this, Moshe. I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna answer him. Be careful what you ask God. I'm not telling they're going, oh, God. Be careful what you ask God. Because you just might get your answer.
Otherwise, all that heart coming in.
And that's the way I deal with us, dear folks. It is better for sisters and brothers-in-law to share that thing among yourselves than run to God and them. Because let me tell you something, you might not like the way he got to do.
Make sure you right. That's you better to make sure you right.
But we can work it out. He applies it for us to do those things.
Amen.
And if we will do those things, it will be best for us.
Amen.
See? It will be best for us.
Amen.
It's just like the judges that tell you that, hey, if you can't sell, it's best if you can sell something outside the court, you know, what you know.
Bring it to the court.
Husband and wife, when they start getting the divorce and everything there, I tell them all the time, if you can keep the lawyers out of there,
They gonna take all the money.
because I tell you what,
That's right.
you get them lawyers in there,
Nobody wants to them.
they'll tell you that I'm for your favor and I'm for that. No, they're for their own favor.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
They're for their own favor.
True.
And so it is here. If you want to have a good part in it, what we must do is change from our rebellious ways, change from our forefathers' rebellious ways.
Amen.
And get to stand for the covenant that God made with them. And that covenant wasn't just with them. He let you know. He said that's for the generations to come.
That's right. That's right.
That ain't here.
That's right. You ain't it. That's right.
He was talking about us. Just because it was 2,000, 3,000 years ago, don't mean that it's out of date.
Amen.
See, that's what people understand.
Hallelujah.
But God is a God of time.
Yes. Thank you.
What he says in those things there will be in date 10,000 years from now.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Outside of time.
Huh?
God outside of time.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. He's outside of time. Time is only
On us.
a function of us,
That's right.
not him.
Humanity. That's right. That's exactly right.
Stop putting him in a box and put him in our box. He tells us these things is good for us, whether we know it or whether we can understand it or not. Therefore, return to Yah, that he might return unto us and give us mercy. This is what I want to bring to us today, our Parashah, which is standing.
Hallelujah.
And we want you to stand with Yah, and to this standing means not only a physical standing, but also a mental standing. And whichever standing, we got to stand for God's law. And if you don't keep God's laws and His statutes and everything there, you're not standing with Him. You can say all you want to, and He made that very clear. You can say, well, I'm for God and all that, but if you don't regard my laws and my statutes and everything there, I don't care what you say, you're not standing with me.
And somebody else.
And we got to believe him. See, he's trying to tell you this is where I am, and we won't believe it. That's what happened to our forefathers. They didn't believe it. We hope to see you next week, and if God's blessing, and we will, and during this time there, we had our Yom Teruah, and we trust that you will have a good Yom Teruah coming up, and so may Yah bless you and keep you. And as our oath is, how should we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Yerushalayim, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Yerushalayim above my chief joy. Psalm 137, verses 5 and 6.
Shalom, shalom for 9. And may y'all bless you and keep you.